Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw, sweet Jeebus, the horrible, hellish nightmare that is the flying monkey from the Wizard of Oz. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a horribly quick sketch for myself and get us going. Now, when I say horrible, I don't mean I'm going to do a horrible sketch. I'm just saying, sweet Jeebus, this is nightmare fuel. Why did they? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, let's just address the scary, horrible monkey in the room. What were they thinking? Jeebus. I mean, come on. This thing was, again, nightmare fuel. Just why? It's bad enough that they put a person in a costume, you know. It's like, but it had this horrible smiley face. I don't know. I really don't know. But again, good for you for causing us nightmares for the rest of our life. And you know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just the one who's just scarred by these horrible monkey things. But man, I don't know. It's funny. It's just funny to talk about and laugh about. Because, you know, wow. Just wow. Franco Baum. But I mean, it's described as a flying monkey. Okay, sure. But I think the limits of the time where, you know, obviously they couldn't get a real monkey. And even now, you wouldn't get a real monkey. You do it CGI, you know. But it's like, well, at what point does it still look good? You know, it's like, well, it's still a good story, but it's hard to say, okay, now make it look like this. You know what I mean? Because you can tell a story. You can say that this China cup was laughing and talking to you and all this stuff, but when you actually go to try to make it, it might not look real, because in your head, sure, you're going to make something, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, but when you try to make it look real, you hit that uncanny valley where things aren't going to be, it's going to look odd if you try to make something, give something real human features that aren't supposed to have it. Your brain doesn't process that. Your brain says that's not right, because you've seen it all your life, and it's kind of like when they do what do you call it, CG people, you know. You can tell by looking at it. It's like, no, that doesn't look right. You're not too sure what it is, or maybe you can pinpoint it and say, oh yeah, it's because you're not doing this right. A long time ago, I'm not gonna tell that story, never mind. You can tell when something is off, right? So that's kind of the whole thing with giving animals or inanimate objects lifelike creatures, or even people. Like I said, you run that risk of it doesn't look right. So I get the limitations, especially back then, the limitations that, yeah, you don't have a lot of options. Now, Planet of the Apes, oh man, I'm talking about the newer ones. The old ones, you know, I'm a fan of the old classic stuff, sure, but the newer ones, oh my gosh, the animation that they put in there, you have to, as much as you give credit to Andy Serkis and all the people that acted, sure, you did a good acting job. No one will ever say otherwise. But the skills that the animators put into the CG animation, I guess that's just the best way to put it, everything that they did, my gosh, that was amazing. And maybe it was a combination of both, you know? But yeah, but that was like, for me, the one exception that, no, you could say all you want about animation and trying to put features in and whether it works or doesn't work. That worked 100%. That drew you in. There was no point for me that I was watching that. I was like, this doesn't look real. I was able to completely immerse myself in that world and say, watch this story. And what I mean by that, I'm not saying I'm a dummy that couldn't figure it out. I was like, wait a minute, is this real? No, what I mean is you know, when you watch a story and you're immersed in it, you're not stopping yourself going, that doesn't look right, you know, that kind of thing. And that's what I mean by at no point was I stopping and saying that this doesn't look real anymore, you know. I was completely not fooled, but completely immersed in the story and was not removed because of bad visuals. That's what I'm trying to say. I was able to believe the story. I was able to fall head over heels into the story 100% without breaking it apart or trying to dissect it, you know. I'm giving it more monkey hands. I'm trying to do something like that because, oh my gosh, here we go with the nightmare fuel. This face, this horrible, horrible face. This is what they went with. And I think part of the nightmare fuel for me is how it does not move. You know, if it was a talking monkey, or if it was, you know, if it had features besides just eyes that look around, maybe that's a different story. But because that's all it had, just a frozen face, ooh, I don't even like looking at it right now. And then what is this? They did like this weird like ear or hair thing that looks like devil horns. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you put devil horns on a horrible, hellish nightmare of a monkey? Oh, and then the mohawk. Can't forget the mohawk. Why there's a mohawk, I have no idea. Because you already have a hat. Why do you have to have a hat and a mohawk? What is wrong with you? So I'm just having a good time kind of complaining in fun, in a jesting way. And let's see. Alright, ooh, you know what I almost forgot? The tail. The horrible, horrible, hellish nightmare tail. There we go. Okay, I think I'm ready with the sketch. This won't take much because all he's wearing is a shirt and some kind of crazy costume. Well, it's supposed to be his monkey skin, but... okay, let's talk about that too. The monkey skin, it's a pajamas. You know what I mean? That's the other nightmare fuel. Is like, oh my god, it's someone wearing a costume. It's not a monkey in any way. You can try to tell me that's a flying monkey, but it looks to me like the witch has enslaved people to wear these horrible pajama monkey outfits, and that is the nightmare of their life. This is what they have to live with. This is how you spend the rest of your life, in a monkey pajama flying suit. Okay, I think that's enough that I can see where we're going to go. I say we welcome all the skippers and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but a pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire hellishly scary thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketches, but I left enough to see where I'm going to go. And if you want to see more Wizard of Oz, check out that playlist right there. Or just check out the playlist in general, because I do so many that I may have already drawn what you're looking for. And just check it out. If not, give me a shout. I'll see what I can do. I'm just going to jump right into the nightmare fuel of this face. Draw his eyelids like this. And if you want to know my rant of why this is scary and nightmare fuel, go back to the sketch. The entire time I'm complaining about the horror of the flying monkey suit. Okay, so I'm gonna skip it and just keep going now. So now I'm gonna draw the retina, the color part of the eye, like this. And then I'm just gonna hit the middle, I'm gonna dab it just a little bit for the pupil. I'm trying to be very careful because these will bleed at this size, the Sharpie, so I'm trying to keep it very simple. I'm gonna come in just a little bit towards the middle to imply the bottom line. So if you want to draw that, go for it, but mine will bleed if I try to do it all the way through. So this is all I'm gonna do. Now for the brow and all that stuff, I'm gonna do all that with color. So I'm just gonna come down here to the solid parts, which is the nose. I can do that maybe for the nostrils, but everything else I want to do with color and not worry about anything else. So let's do the scary nightmare mouth. All right, and give him his nightmare smile. I hope you're not drawing this at night, man, nightmare fuel. All right, you can see a little bit of his bottom lip like this. And then we're gonna see a little bit of a chin coming up to like a cheek, I guess is what that's gonna be. And I'm starting to thicken up my lines just a little bit because when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're gonna see a huge difference in line width. So I'm trying to match kind of where it's gonna go. All right, so now we need to start concentrating on adding like where fur would be. Like separating the lines, right? So he's got like what do you call it? Sideburns. Why, I don't know, because he's a nightmare monkey. But he's also gonna have ears. So let's draw some ears out to here. Kind of come in and do this. And remember, when I thicken my lines up, you don't have to do this. Especially if you're working with pencil, it might look a little strange. I'm just explaining to you why I'm doing this. I'm explaining to you why I draw how I draw. And let's draw those strange devil curls. I don't know what this is, but it looks like horns. But you know, good choice, Wizard of Oz. Good choice to give me nightmares. Draw some horns on a monkey. Sure, go for it. It's hair, I know, but the way you've got, never mind. I've already talked about it. I'm not going to go on. And then I'm going to put his hair up into the mohawk. And leave room for his tiny little hat. Put a little tiny hat up here like this. And I think I need, I was going to say I'm going to put the detail in with color, but I think I do need to define it with the Sharpie. A lot of times I don't want to, because I don't want to go real hard with Sharpie, you know, unless it's necessary, because there's only certain lines, because it's really going to come at you if I do it with the Sharpie. But the pattern is kind of there, kind of the same thing with this shirt. I think I need to do it, so let's just draw something like this. Then I can define the rest with color, right? Okay, there we go. So I'm switching over to the other Sharpie now, the big one, and I'm gonna draw his coat. So his head's kind of down a little bit, so his collar goes up around his neck. Let's go ahead and just do this. But you can't really see it as much because of the way I've got him kind of hunched over a little bit. Very, very creepy on my part. Sorry, I didn't mean to make him that scary. But he did it himself, you know? It's like I can say I didn't mean to make him that scary, but you know what? You draw him and he's already scary. It's like well, I didn't mean to make monsters look that, you know? No, it's already, never mind. Never mind. Okay, I'm going to draw his little waistcoat out like this. And let's go ahead and draw the edge of it. Now he does have like straps going across underneath it. Why? I don't know. Because they wanted to scare you even more with other parts. So I know where his body's going to be, so I'm going to go ahead and draw like this for the strap that's going across. Then the other one's over here. And it's going to come down like this. That's all we're going to do for that. Now, the rest is scary, hairy pajama monster. So let's see what we can do here. I need to draw his arms. We'll do the body last. I need to do the arms and then I can do the legs. So I did go ahead and try to make almost like a monkey arm like length. I did it like super long. And I'm doing it kind of bumpy because I also want it to be like the nightmare fuel that is this thing also has like long hairs off the arms. Why? I don't know. Because again, like I said, they just want to scare you more with the hairiest possible scary thing they could. Okay, so something like that. But I did make them super long, like a real monkey. Same thing with the hands. I kind of extended them more than a human hand, just to give it a little bit more of a monkey feature. Why? Because I figured you don't want to sleep at night. I figure you want to be as scared as the rest of us with these monkey things. That's good, that's good. Alright. So same thing with this arm. I'm just gonna, but this one's out a little bit more, so I'm going to come this way. Again, give it a little bit of the fur points. The best way I can say is like it's not really fur, but it's just to show that it's not a smooth edge, you know? That's kind of the whole idea that I'm going for there. There, something like that, just to kind of show again that there's too much fur on there. Alright, this hand is pretty much just like doing like this, so nothing too crazy. I've got the thumb kind of bent in just a little bit, so it's a little stubbier looking. Fingers are just kind of out. And you know, like a normal monkey. So yeah, I did make the hands and the arms a little big, but again, look at what we're talking about. There we go. So, body's not going to be that big a deal. It's just the hellish monkey suit that the witch has enslaved this person to wear the rest of their lives. So let's do some feathers. Let's do some wings. Come out here, do this. Bring it out here to that. Let's do the other side too, just to kind of see if we get a feel for the same way. something like that. Now, I kind of want to do like this. That way we kind of build onto a bird-like, wing-like feel, you know? Something like that. So let's do the other, showing you that I kind of want to do a build of feathers. Like that, something like this, just to show that they're coming out. Now, I'm gonna do more down like this. And this one I'll just do like a bunch of, and I drew through that hair, but that's okay, I'm not worried about that. Just a bunch of feathers like this, kind of following my sketch. I know where it's gonna go, so I know how I can follow the curve as I'm building them up like this. Like that. That way, just to play around with a little bit of actual feather look, you know? So in other words, instead of just doing like a line like that all the way across, we're giving it a little bit of feather look. It's okay if it's not perfect. I mean, no one's gonna look at this and go, what is that? No, it looks like feathers. Or close enough to feathers that you know, we can celebrate the feathery goodness. And then same thing in here, it's gonna have a little bit of just extra, I was gonna say fuzz, but I guess those are feathers too, right? Because that's all wings are, just feathers upon feathers upon feathers upon feathers. Right, and we'll do more with color. I like that, that's good. Okay, so now his pajama pants. The reason, never mind. I was about to say the reason I call them pajama pants. No, you know what? I said oh, you know what? Hang on. Before we do that, yeah, we got time. We got plenty of time on this one. Let's do his pattern real fast. So I'm gonna come through here, follow this that I did, and kind of do it like something like this. Let's do both sides. And then like a zigzag pattern. And then he's got more on his sleeves. So more, pretty much the same exact thing. It's almost like someone loved the design, like, yeah, do that all over the place. Everywhere. Make it nightmare fuel. You give them this smile that never goes away, because I don't want kids to be afraid. There we go. That's his pattern. Okay? Alright. We'll do more with color, but that's good for now. So now, all we gotta do is draw his hellish nightmare pants. Alright, so I'm just gonna basically follow my sketch. And he's kind of flying, so his legs are dangling, basically. This one's coming down. Here's to his ankle, down to his foot, to his horrible monkey foot. All the way back up. Gonna go ahead and connect to this one over here. Again, I've got it dangling, so it's more pushed back. So it's kind of, if this was his leg, like this, it's pushed, well, I can't do it. If his leg is pushed back like that. So you see what I'm saying? It's more foreshortened than anything else. So it's dangling to the back, so it's a little shorter. And it's funny when you draw stuff like this, if I were just to draw that leg, it's like, why did you make that so short? How's he gonna walk like that? Well, it's because it's flying to the back, you know? All right, we still got his tail to do, so we're not done yet. But I just wanted to add just a little bit of crease lines on his costume. Where was the picture I was looking at? It doesn't matter. I know where crease lines go. There. Horrible pajama suit crease lines. I mean, if he's a monkey, what? Never mind. Never mind. I've already been through this. Let's draw that tail. Let's draw the other side. Try to keep it parallel. It's okay if we're a little off. There we go. A few more lines and we're done. There, the devil needs a tail, right? There we go. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is the flying monkey from the Wizard of Oz. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.